People think horror begins with blood, screams, or shadows. But no, real horror always begins with curiosity. She was just an ordinary girl, not dramatic, not mysterious, not abnormal. She lived like everyone else. Morning, college, evening, tuition, late nights with her phone. No one ever imagined that she was slowly walking towards something she would never understand and never escape. It started with videos, hidden videos, unlisted videos, videos that only appear when you search at 17 a.m., when the world is quiet and your room feels just a little too silent. Videos about Jinn rituals, not the fake ones, not the ones for views, the ones with shaky cameras, low voices, dark rooms, symbols drawn with trembling hands. At first, she laughed. "This is nonsense," she said to herself. But curiosity is like a disease. The more you ignore it, the deeper it spreads. Day by day, she started watching more. She joined hidden forums, anonymous groups, people who never use real names, people who never show their faces. They talked about things she wasn't supposed to know, things not mentioned in books, things old people warn you about, but you never take seriously. They said some people are chosen. They said some people can communicate. They said some jinns respond only to specific souls. At first, she just read. Then, she started saving posts. Then, copying rituals. Then, memorizing them. Late at night, when everyone in her house slept, she would lock her door, turn off the lights, and just sit there, in complete darkness, looking at her phone screen. She was scared, yes, but something inside her wanted more, not power, not fame, just to know if they were real, to know if they existed, to know what happens when someone crosses that invisible line. The first ritual she tried was simple, according to them. No blood, no candles, no danger, just a specific phrase, to be whispered into the dark, at a specific time, on a specific night. They warned, do not do this if you are emotionally weak. Do not do this if you get scared easily. Do not do this if you believe halfway. But she never listened to warnings, because she thought, warnings are just stories to scare weak people. That night, everything was quiet. No fan sound, no outside noise. Even the dogs on the street were silent, almost unnaturally silent. She whispered the words. Once, nothing happened. She tried again. Nothing. Third time, still nothing. She laughed nervously. See, all fake. Just psychological tricks. She turned on the light, went to sleep, and forgot about it. But what she didn't know was, something had already heard her. Something had already noticed her. Something that doesn't answer immediately. Something that first observes, first studies, first waits. Because some entities don't come when you call them. They come when you forget you ever called. And that night, when she turned off the light and closed her eyes, for just a second, she felt like someone was standing very close to her bed. Not a shadow, not a shape, just a presence, breathing, slowly, silently, right next to her face. But when she opened her eyes, there was no one, just darkness, and a strange cold air moving across her skin, even though her window was completely closed. After that night, she told herself it was nothing, just imagination, just sleepiness, just a mind playing tricks. But the problem with things you call imagination is, sometimes they start following you, even in daylight. The next morning, everything looked normal. Same sky, same streets, same people, but something inside her felt shifted, not scared, just wrong, like a picture that looks perfect, until you realize one part of it don't belong. She went to college, sat with her friends, smiled, laughed, but she couldn't shake a strange feeling that someone was walking just a few steps behind her. Everywhere. She turned back once, twice, 3 times. Nothing. Just people, just life, just noise. But the feeling never left. That night, she promised herself she wouldn't search for those videos again. She deleted the groups, closed the tabs, removed the saved links. "It's done," she whispered. "No more nonsense." She wanted to forget everything, but something doesn't let you forget. Once it remembers you. She tried to sleep early, lights off, blank mind, deep breath. Minutes passed, then an hour. Sleep refused to come, not because she was scared, but because the room felt too still. No fan sound, no mosquito buzz, no outside noise, just dead silence. So silent that she could hear her own heartbeat. Loud, heavy, too clear, and then, tap, a soft sound from the corner of her room, like someone touched the wall with a fingernail. She froze, didn't move, didn't blink. Tap, tap, again, slow, deliberate, like it wanted her to notice. She swallowed hard and whispered, "Who's there?" No answer. She reached for her phone to turn on the flashlight. Before she could, she felt something, not cold this time, not air, not breath. Something warm, like a hand hovering just inches above her face. Not touching, just close enough that her skin could feel it. She didn't scream, she couldn't. Her throat felt locked, like something was pressing it. Without actually touching, she slowly opened her eyes. The room was dark, no shadow, no shape. Yet, she felt eyes, right there, above her, looking down, studying, not attacking, not moving, just watching. A long silence passed. Then, very faintly, she heard a breath, not hers, not human, slow, controlled, like someone trying not to be noticed. Tears rolled down her temple, without her even realizing. And then, it stopped. The presence, the air, the pressure, everything, gone, just like that. She grabbed her phone, and turned on the flashlight. Now, the room was empty. Corners, walls, ceiling, all normal. But something was off. Her mirror, the one across the room, had a thin layer of fog on it, as if someone had been standing in front of it, breathing, but no one had been there. She didn't sleep at all that night, not even for a minute. When the morning light slowly entered her room, she finally collapsed, exhausted, not physically, but mentally. Yet deep inside her, a terrifying thought started forming. What if it didn't leave? What if it just moved somewhere I can't see? And in the quiet corner of her mind, another thought whispered, "You called first." 2 months passed. 2 months of forced normalcy. 2 months of pretending everything was fine. 2 months of pretending that the nights didn't feel heavier, colder, stranger. She never talked about it to anyone. Because how do you explain something that had no face, no shape, no proof? So she buried it inside her. But some things don't stay buried. They grow, they wait, they enter your silence. The voice didn't come immediately, not after a week, not after 15 days. Because it wasn't in a hurry. It knew she would forget. It wanted her to forget, so that when it finally spoke, she wouldn't be prepared. That night, it was raining lightly outside. Not loudly, just enough to blur the sounds of the world. Her room light was off. Curtains half closed. Phone on the table. She was trying to sleep, trying to force her eyes shut, like she had been doing for weeks. When suddenly, everything went quiet. The rain stopped. The fan sound faded. Even the distant traffic disappeared, as if the world around her had been muted. Her eyes opened immediately. Her heart started racing before anything even happened, because she recognized the silence. This was the same silence from that first night, the one that didn't feel empty. It felt occupied. Then, a soft voice, not loud, not angry, right next to her ear, so close that she felt a slight vibration on her skin. It whispered, "You called me that night, didn't you?" Her entire body froze. Her blood felt like ice. She didn't dare move, didn't dare breathe. The voice wasn't rough, wasn't shouting. It sounded calm, almost polite, like someone who had been standing outside your door for a long time. and finally decided to knock. She tried to speak. No sound came out. Her lips moved, but her throat refused. The voice came again, slower this time. Close, even closer. You spoke my name in the dark, so I came. Her eyes filled with tears. Her mind kept screaming, "This isn't real. This isn't real." But something about the voice. It wasn't like imagination. It wasn't echoing inside her head. It was coming from a position, a direction, a presence. To her right, just behind her shoulder. Slowly, very slowly, she turned her head. Nothing. Darkness. Just the faint outline of her curtain, and the silence. But now, she could still feel it. That invisible pressure, that invisible body, standing, right there. The voice spoke again. This time lower, deeper, not angry yet, but not friendly either. You started something. Now, you will finish it. Her chest tightened. Her fingers trembled under the blanket. She whispered back, barely audible, I don't want to. I don't want anything. A small pause. A strange soft sound. Like a breath, but not human. Then, a slight change in tone. Still calm, but colder. Want doesn't matter. You opened the door. Now, you don't get to close it. Her lamp suddenly flickered. Once. Twice. Then the light went off completely. Even though there was electricity, her phone screen turned on by itself. White light. No notifications. Just a blank screen, lighting up the room for 1 second. And in that brief flash, on the wall opposite her bed, she saw a faint shape. Not fully formed. Not human. Just a dark, tall outline. Standing. Since when had it been there? Before she could even blink, the light went off again. Darkness. Silence. But the presence. Still there. The voice whispered one last time that night. I waited for you to forget. Now, you will remember me. Every night. And just like that, the pressure lifted. The air moved again. The rain sound returned. The fan sound returned. The world unmuted. But she couldn't move. Couldn't cry. Couldn't even scream. Because deep inside her, a terrifying realization was blooming. It was never gone. It was just waiting. After that voice, she stopped calling it imagination, because imagination doesn't leave marks. Imagination doesn't follow you between rooms. Imagination doesn't watch you from corners that shouldn't exist. But this thing did. Days passed. She didn't sleep. Or when she did, it was never deep enough to dream. Every night was the same. Silence. Heavy air. That same feeling that the room was holding a breath that didn't belong to her. At first, it only watched, like a predator, learning how its prey behaves. The first time she saw something, it wasn't full, it wasn't complete. She was lying on her bed, half awake, half lost in exhaustion. Her room light was off, only the faint moonlight. Slipping through the curtain, she stared at the ceiling, trying not to think, trying not to feel. Then slowly, from the corner near her wardrobe, something started to rise. Not a full body, not even a shadow, just a head, floating. No neck, no shoulders, just a dark shape, lifting itself out of nothing. The edges weren't clear, not blurred, not sharp, unreal, like darkness, trying to form a face. She stopped breathing, her heartbeat hammered. Inside her skull, the head didn't move, didn't blink, didn't even turn. It just floated, as if it didn't need air, didn't need a body, didn't need this world. And then, it slowly tilted, barely noticeable, as if it noticed. She was looking. She closed her eyes instantly, not wanting to see what happens next. But the problem with closing your eyes is, it doesn't stop the feeling of being watched. Seconds felt like minutes. Minutes felt like hours. She didn't know when it disappeared. She only knew the room felt empty again, but not safe. Never safe. That was just the beginning. A few nights later, it got closer, not in the corner, not far away, but right under her. She was trying to sleep, with her back to the edge of the bed, her feet hanging slightly, not thinking, just breathing slowly, when suddenly, She felt a movement underneath the mattress, not like something dropping, not like a rat, something deliberate, something slow, like fingers pressing from below. She didn't want to move. She didn't want to check, but the pressure grew heavier. Then, from the darkness under the bed, something started sliding out. First, a hand, black, not like skin, not like shadow, like the absence of light itself, had grown fingers, long, thin, bending in angles. Fingers shouldn't bend. It crawled slowly across the floor, each movement silent, wrong. Then, another hand, beside it, both rising, slowly, almost carefully, like they didn't want to scare her, like they wanted her to watch. The fingers stretched, claw-like, and suddenly, they slammed onto the edge of the bed, right near her leg. She finally screamed, not loud, not sharp, but broken, like her voice came from inside a deep well. Her whole body shook. She pulled her legs up, curling into herself, her eyes witty on the edge of darkness. The hands didn't grab her, didn't touch her, they just stayed there, holding the bed frame, as if testing it, as if testing her. Then, a low whisper came, not from above, not from her side, but from under the bed, not loud, not soft, but directly into her nerves. Do you still think this was a joke? Her blood turned cold, her mouth went dry. She couldn't answer, didn't know how. The fingers curled slowly, then slid back, disappearing into the shadow, just like that. No sound, no movement, gone, leaving only silence. And her shaking body. From that night, it didn't just appear, it started to hurt her. Sometimes she'd wake up with scratches in her arms, long, thin, not bleeding, just burning, as if something had dragged heat across her skin. Sometimes her hair would be pulled while she slept, not hard, just enough to wake her up, just enough to make sure she knew it was there. And every time she tried to ignore it, a voice inside the room would whisper, "You refused what I asked, so now I will take what you didn't offer." Not full threat, not full promise, just a statement, cold, certain, patient. After the hands under the bed, after the scratches, after the whispers, she was no longer a normal girl. She became someone who only existed between fear and exhaustion. Dark circles under her eyes, dry lips, shaking hands. She stopped going out, stopped talking, stopped answering calls. Not because she was scared of people, but because she didn't want it to know about more of her world. But it already knew. It knew where she slept. It knew when she closed her eyes. It knew when she cried silently into her pillow. It always knew. Her mother noticed first. Mothers always do. "You're not sleeping? You're losing weight. Why do you keep the light on all night?" She didn't answer properly. Because how do you explain something that people don't believe until it happens to them? One night, her mother entered her room. The light was on, but weak. Her daughter was sitting on the edge of the bed, not lying, not sleeping, just sitting, blank, staring at nothing. Her mother stepped closer, held her hand. It was ice cold, even though the room was warm. "Are you sick?" her mother asked. The girl looked up slowly. Her eyes, they didn't look scared anymore. They looked empty. And then she whispered, "It stands near the door every night." Her mother froze. "What stands?" she asked carefully. The girl's eyes moved towards the corner of the room, right there, where the shadow doesn't move, even when the light does. Her mother looked. Nothing, just a normal wall, a normal shadow. But for the first time, a strange chill ran down her mother's spine. That night, her family heard it. For the first time, a sound coming from her room. Not a scream, not crying, something else. A low choking sound, like someone trying to speak, but being stopped. They rushed to her room. Her door was half open, lights on, everything normal. But she was standing in the middle of the room, not moving, not blinking, her mouth slightly open, and her head tilted at a wrong angle, like she was listening to someone very close. But no one was there. Her younger brother called her name, no response. Her father approached her slowly. He touched her shoulder. The moment he touched her, she gasped, like someone who had been underwater for too long. Her body dropped forward, breathing heavily, crying, shaking. What happened? Her mother cried. The girl didn't answer. She just grabbed her mother's arm, hard, and whispered with a voice that barely sounded like hers. "He's angry because you're intervening." The whole room went silent. None of them understood who she meant, but they felt it. A heavy presence, like the air had thickened, as if something invisible had stepped back a little, but didn't leave. From that night on, her condition got worse. She'd wake up with finger-shaped bruises around her wrists, not like someone grabbed her, like someone was holding her while she slept. Something-meshed suddenly start speaking, alone, not loudly, not screaming, whispering, in low, broken sentences, like she was answering questions someone else was asking. Her family would hear her. "Don't come closer. I didn't mean to. Leave me alone. I said I can't." But the scariest part, she wasn't talking to air. She was facing a direction, always the same direction, the same corner, the same place, where the shadow never moved. Finally, one evening, her father sat beside her and asked softly, "Tell me the truth. What did you do?" For a long time, she didn't answer. Her lips trembled, her eyes filled, and then she said, "I tried something I shouldn't have, and no, it says I belong to it." Her father felt something in his chest drop. Not fear, not anger, but the terrifying realization that this wasn't imagination anymore, that this wasn't stress. This was something they couldn't see, but she lived with every second. And that night, for the first time, her father made the call. A call to someone people only contact when science gives up. Someone who deals with things that don't exist until they do. The night before, the huger was supposed to come. The air felt heavier than usual, not just in her room, in the whole house, like something had spread its existence everywhere. The walls felt closer, the corners darker, the silence thicker. Even the fan sound felt slow, tired, as if it was forced to keep moving. She sat on her bed, hugging her knees, staring at the same corner, the corner where nothing looked different, but everything felt wrong. Her mother came inside quietly, sat beside her, held her hand. "You won't be alone," she said softly. "We called him. He will come." The girl didn't look at her. Her eyes never moved. From that corner, her lips barely moved. When she whispered, "He doesn't like that," her mother felt a chill. "Who doesn't like what?" she asked. The girl swallowed hard. "He doesn't like that you're trying to take me away." A sudden cold wind passed through the room, but the windows were closed. The door didn't move. Only the curtain fluttered. Slow, unnaturally, like something invisible had just walked through it. And then, thud, a sound from the ceiling. Not footsteps, not scratching, just a heavy, dull impact, like something had pressed down from above. Everyone froze. Her younger brother grabbed his mother's arm. "What was that?" he whispered. No one answered. The air felt different, electric, dangerous, like a moment before a storm. Suddenly, the room light flickered. Once, twice, 3 times. Then, everything went dark. Complete darkness. Darkness so thick, it almost felt solid. Her mother tried the switch. Nothing. Her father opened the door. The hallway light was still on, but inside her room, nothing. As if her room had been cut off from the rest of the house. Isolated, chosen, trapped. Then, a low sound started. Not a voice, not a whisper, a slow, deep vibration, coming from everywhere and nowhere, like the room itself was humming. Then her body started shaking, not from fear, not like a panic attack, like something inside her was responding. Her head lifted slowly, her eyes wide open, but empty. Her lips moved, but the voice wasn't fully hers. "Why are you trying to remove me?" her mother screamed. Her father stepped back. The voice continued, deeper now, colder, more present. She called, she waited, she invited. She didn't cry, didn't blink. Her head turned slowly towards her father, her body still, only her neck moving. A slow, unnatural angle. "You cannot break what she started," her father whispered, shaking. "We just want our daughter." A slow, strange laugh came from her throat. Not hers, not human, dry, empty. She stopped halfway. "That's not allowed." A sudden pressure filled the room, like invisible hands, pressing on everyone's chest. Breathing became harder, heavier. Her mother dropped to her knees. The younger brother started crying, but the girl, she didn't react. She just stood up slowly, her feet barely touching the floor, her body shaking, like air was moving through her. Her head tilted again. "If you try to take me away, I will not leave alone." Her father, trembling, tried to go near her. The moment he stepped closer, she screamed, not like her normal scream, not like fear. It wasn't her voice at all. It came from deeper, thicker, more than one tone at once. The lights in the entire house blinked, all at once, then completely died. Dark, total, and in the darkness, something moved, fast, not seen, just felt, like a shadow, passing through them, and her father, suddenly gasped, fell back, grabbing his arm. Deep red scratch marks appeared on his skin, like heated metal, had drawn lines across him. After that night, no one in the house slept. No one spoke loudly, no one laughed, because something had made it clear it wasn't leaving, not quietly, not easily, not without resistance. And deep inside the darkness of that same corner, the air felt thicker, denser, like something was now waiting, not just for the girl, but for the one who was coming next. The huger, the room felt colder than death itself. Every candle the huger had lit began to flicker wildly, even though there was no wind, no open windows, nothing. The air grew thick, heavy, like something invisible was pressing down on everyone's chest. Even breathing felt like a struggle. The girl sat frozen on the floor. Sweat rolled down her face, her hands shaking, her lips pale and dry. Her eyes were fixed on the dark corner of the room, because something was standing there now, something only she and the huger could fully see. A shape without a clear form, like a shadow, but deeper, like smoke, but heavier, like darkness given life. Then the voice came again, not from one direction, but from everywhere. She called me. She opened the door. The sound crawled into their heads, like insects under the skin. The huger tightened his grip on his tasbih and spoke firmly. She didn't know what she was doing. Ignorance is not a contract. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then suddenly, the whole room shook. The mirror on the wall cracked in the middle without anyone touching it. The door banged open by itself, and then slammed shut again. The girl screamed. From under the bed, something moved. Slowly. First, a black liquid shadow began to drip onto the floor. Then two long, distorted hands slowly emerged. Fingers bent at unnatural angles. Her breathing stopped. Her body went cold. The huger immediately began reciting louder, his voice powerful, steady, fighting against something ancient, something furious. The shadow hands froze. The voice roared again. She almost completed it. Another step, and she would have belonged to me forever. Those words made everyone's blood go cold. The huger closed his eyes tightly. She didn't finish it. The bond was never sealed. There was a long silence. Then the air began to vibrate. The candles suddenly burned brighter, not normal light, but a sharp, almost painful glow that filled the entire room. The shadow started pulling back slowly, like it was being dragged by an unseen force. But before disappearing completely, the presence whispered one last time into the girl's ear. "You were so close. Don't call again. Not in this life. Not in the next." Then, everything stopped. No sound, no movement, No shadow, only silence. Aftermath: the girl collapsed, unconscious. For almost 3 hours, she didn't wake up. And when she finally did, her voice was weak, her eyes empty. She whispered, "It was smiling at me." Even while leaving, the huger helped her sit up and looked at her seriously. This world isn't a playground. These are not games, not experiments, not entertainment. He stood up slowly. Your mistake opened a door. Today it closed. But some doors leave scratches on the soul forever. She never tried anything like that again. But sometimes, late at night, when the house is completely silent, when the fan stops moving for a second, she still hears a faint whisper coming from nowhere. "You almost belong to me." And every time she hears it, she knows something is still watching. Did you enjoy the story? Let us know in the comments. And if you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Horror Dream. Want more stories like this? Subscribe to The Horror Dream, and we'll bring you more darkness, just for you. If you enjoy a little chill down your spine, stick around, like, share, and hit that subscribe button, right here on The Horror Dream. Your support keeps us going, so stay with us. Subscribe to The Horror Dream for more spine-tingling tales.